My name is Corporal Green and I'm currently serving with the Royal Regiment of Fusiliers. For those that don't know me or my story, last year wasn't my best. January, I split up with my wife, and then in August, I had a life-changing accident which left me a wheelchair user. Brothers and sisters, don't be scared to reach out and lean on one another. Always know that we stand together, stay strong, and stay positive. Done 8 years in the military, love my career. COVID hit last year. And in the August, went on a 100-mile bike ride for charity. Got about 40 mile into the ride, and an articulated lorry, a 7.5-ton lorry, hit me from behind, resulting in me needing that to get around. T11 complete injury. What that means is or what the doctor told me when I was lying in the bed only hours after my accident. He said, "Mr. Green, prepare yourself for some bad news." I got far away. He said, "You'll never walk again, and you'll never get anything back from below the point of injury. You've severed your spinal cord." So I looked at him, nodded, thanked him for his honesty, and I said, "Watch me, I will."
Yeah, so I first met Tom. He popped in, and we were talking. I think he wanted to get something signed for his house, a form, and I recognised he was a PTI. I was a PTI back in the day. So I always have really sort of lengthy conversation with the fellow PTIs, and I met Tom, because he was first battalion and I've been away for 5 years. I said, "Okay, where do you want to go?" I'm all for development of soldiers. I've done that most of my career. So I said, you've got to be PT Corps. He's a really good condition, and we had this sort of career chat about where he wants to go in life, and it was PT Corps absolutely. I asked him what he was in, sports he was involved in, and he was, as we call it, a sports belly, into pretty much every single sport. And in that moment, just in the office upstairs, I was like, wow, this kid's got promise, and he's going to go places.
Plenty of good days, plenty of bad days along the way. How have I dealt with it? There's been a few sayings I've said to myself over and over again. Improvise, adapt and overcome. Improvise, adapt and overcome. Control the controllable, let go what you can't. They're all just little positive sort of cues that I've been saying to myself. You can get through this, you can do it. And I think the main thing for me is my belief that regardless of the situation, is that there's always a silver lining. Always, regardless. Sometimes you have to look really hard, but it is there. Talking never does any harm, does it? But it's all down to the individual, really. If you feel you can get through it and just focus on what's important, that silver lining, then that's what needs to be done. But if talking helps, then yeah, do it. The saddest thing is that at that particular moment, these lads felt that the world was better off without them. That's never the case. Yeah, there's plenty of supporting agencies, Combat Stress UK, the Royal British Legion, as you mentioned, the Samaritans. There's all these agencies out there that willingly step in as and when required. But equally, there's brothers and sisters that we have left and right of each other. That should be our first port of call. Every situation, every case is different. But I think as a society, we need to move away from this social media status and then that's the job done. copy and pasting a status that anyone can do. Go and physically see somebody, check up on them.
Yeah.
Stay strong and stay positive.